Hinduism represents the world's most ancient yet progressive indigenous spiritual tradition. It is an open framework model of civilization that stands for non-violence, vegetarianism, worship of nature, organic lifestyle, temple based living, yoga, manifesting spiritual powers, and also empowering the humanity with their inherent divinity. The ancient enlightened Hindu civilization used to exist in 56 nations, 10,000 traditions, and that used to flourish in 200 Hindu kingdoms and 1700 Hindu provinces. However, centuries of religious persecution has made Hindus orphan with no countries representing them. Hinduism is a political orphan as we speak today. The preservation and restoration of Hinduism's spiritual and cultural heritage is impossible without true political autonomy through a sovereign territory. Hindus are amongst the most persecuted indigenous people on the planet Earth. Today, no nation protects or stands for Hindus' rights. Despite all the hardships and persecution and unfavorable conditions that they went through, despite being a global minority, both in terms of absolute population and in terms of being organized, wherever Hindus go, whichever country they settle in, Hindus continue to contribute far more than any other community in the world. Kailasa is a revival of the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization nation with its mission to offer enlightened living for whole of the humanity. It is rooted in the fundamental principle of Advaita or oneness and the idea that all the beings can live in peace and harmony and that all the human beings are equal and divine and it can reach their highest potential. Kailasa serves the religious and the spiritual needs of 2 billion Hindus who are one of the most contributing, successful, peace, religious communities in every country that they live in and of the whole of the humanity through its micronations, Hindu universities, spiritual embassies, temples, monastery complexes, food banks, animal shelters, and libraries. Kailasa creates strong diplomatic networks with national and international governments and also organizations to develop and administer humanitarian projects that are aligned to world's needs. Kailasa stands as a bold vision of human potential, peaceful coexistence, organic living, and alignment with the nature, and it's offering the science of enlightenment as the master key that can solve all the world's problems today. And Kailasa brings legitimacy in religious and spiritual doctrines of Hinduism through its temples, monastery complexes, and Kailasa brings legitimacy to Hindu economic policies by establishing Hindu banks. Kailasa brings legitimacy to Hindu education through its gurukuls and Hindu universities. Kailasa brings legitimacy to Hindu jurisprudence through establishing Hindu courts and the political legitimacy to Hinduism is brought by establishing a sovereign nation that has Guru as the constitutional head and Vedas and Agamas and Dharmashastras as its very constitution. Further, Hindu gurus led the Hindu society to both inner peace and world peace. The Guru guides the Hindu society to the realization of ultimate pursuits of human life and liberation. Hindus need a sovereign nation like Kailasa, where Hindu gurus can guide the society towards peace and living enlightenment fearlessly without being the victims of persecution.